met him as the daredevil that walked across Niagara Falls. Well, he's back in town and giving Western New Yorkers an intimate performance right here at Darien Lake.
The idea when I was invited to come back here was to kind of indulge into Nik Wallenda's brain too. It's not just about Nik Wallenda, but it's about the way I was raised and the way I grew up. My family started performing back in the 1780s in circus. We came over to the United States in 1928 to perform on Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, performed on vaudeville, performed all over the world. So we brought in artists from around the world. We brought in some guys from Italy who are close friends of mine who do what's called Risley, which is foot juggling. They juggle. One brother lays on his back and juggles the other brother on his feet. We brought in one of the best jugglers in the world he's 16 and has 3 Guinness World Records already. We brought in these dancing gauchos from Argentina. And again, these are all acts, entertainment acts that I was raised around that I always thought were amazing.
The stage was designed with the same intention, to honor the Wallenda name.
And it really is about paying tribute to the family. If you look, there's a poster behind me here. This poster is actually of my great-grandfather's walk over Tallulah Gorge. The biggest walk he ever did was in 1972, and he walked over Tallulah Gorge in Georgia. It was about 600 feet up and about 1,100 feet across. So it kind of pays tribute to him. And then this stage, we built this stage just for this show. And everything from the area where the dancers dance to the juggler and the lighting, and everything came together. But there were times where I was like, is this going to come together? How do we close this huge space in and make it look more like a theater and transform it? Everything from sway poles. If you look over there, those big tall flag poles are sway poles. And me and my wife freehand climb all the way up. And the placement of those was so important because we had to make them the right height, as high as we could in here. I can actually just about touch the ceiling, but then we have AC ducts in the way. Where are we going to locate those? So it's quite a bit of challenges that come into play.
Now, a lot of people do know you from walking over Niagara Falls, walking over the Grand Canyon. Is it weird to then transform that sort of energy into a closed indoor space?
It is. There's a lot of challenges. You know, when I'm working in those outdoor spaces where there's 150,000 people watching live and 15 million watching on TV, everything's bigger and larger than life. Well, here it's more intimate. These audience members, as a matter of fact, at times, they're within 5 feet of me on this stage.
Big stunts in a small space give audience members a chance to be right where the action is taking place.
We close the show with the high wire, which includes me, my wife, 3 performers that me and my wife have trained down in Sarasota, Florida at a circus school. We volunteer there in the winters, and we've trained 3 performers that are here, as well as my mom. The actual very last trick in the show is me and another guy on a bicycle on a wire, no nets, no safety, a bar between our shoulders, and my mom standing on a chair between us. So it really involves the whole family.
There is a hope that not only will audience members walk away with a better understanding of Nik Wallenda, but also a better understanding of what they are capable of.
I'm all about inspiring people, and I live by 3 words: never give up. And hopefully people see this stuff and go, wow, these guys, if you work hard enough, you can pretty much accomplish anything in life. And that's really what my story is about. Working hard enough, changing 2 laws, one in the United States, one in Canada, over 100 years old, to get permission to walk across Niagara Falls. Because I didn't give up, I worked hard enough, and I was able to fulfill that lifelong dream.
And what's next for the man that has made world headlines with his daredevil stunts? Well, the sky is the limit. Literally.
There's a point where you can't raise the bar other than going to space, which is a dream of mine. Where else do you go?
For the meantime, as Nik Wallenda works on his next big move, you and your family can see what it was like growing up a Wallenda twice a day at Darien Lake.